Good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. It is 8 o'clock on Thursday, 1st of June, 2017. You are live with Philip Alexander. We have a lot of things to discuss tonight, so I think we have to get down to some stuff quickly. And while they're building the audience, before we play the first tune, I wanted to add something, a new feature to the show every evening. I want to call it Missing Persons. As we have such a massive following, I would like to use it for the greater good, to locate people who are missing in action. And tonight, I would like to use it to find somebody who we should have noticed that she was missing. I would like to ask, has anyone seen Sunati Maharaj recently? Remember her? Vociferous, animated columnist, journalist, radio announcer, CNC3 and TV6, elections officer, part-time activist, full-time hypocrite. With all the things that caught her attention under the last administration, if Sunati was still around, surely she would not have missed the TSTT Massey attempted theft. The $93,000 brown bag of cash. Sunati wasn't missing that. The $92,000 3-day 4-girl Tobago romp. Or was it a $92,000 4-day 3-girl romp? I forget which. But if Sunati was around, he wasn't getting away. And neither was Shamfa getting away with that $59,000 phone bill and the nonsense excuse. Would Sunati had allowed Kamala to cancel a Seabridge contract to give it to UNC boat owners? Not at all. And these are the reasons why I think we need to put out an island-wide APB. All points bulletin for Sunati Maharaj. She missing. Someone call Kamala and ask her to check and see if Sunati's still hiding under her dress. Because if she's not there, where's Sunati? Yes? Where's Sunati? Hypocrites. Jesus Christ, in the whole Bible, but talk one set of people, hypocrites. He called them broods of vipers and empty tombs. Hate hypocrites. Your mouth was big under Kamala. I ain't carrying no water for Kamala. But your mouth was big then. Where your mouth now?
Your vote will decide.
Miss me with that bullshit.
Your vote will decide what you want to be.
Wake them up, Trinidad and
Your
Tobago.
vote can foretell our country's fate. But use it well before it's too late. If it is that who you're voting, fail beyond a doubt.
When you're voting,
Vote them out. Vote them out. If it is they prove it to be
how do you feel?
pull them out. When you're voting, vote them out.
I had a message, my boy, to find out if you get an interview.
The time is now that change should come about. Just as how you vote them in, vote them out.
Let's get some numbers. So much happening.
State your finger and show them no mercy. Vote them out with total scorn and utter disdain.
Let's put our country together again.
Vote them out of power to be their reign.
There we go look for Johnny tomorrow. We're looking for Sunati tonight. Where's Sunati? Eh? I tell you, I hate injustice. They say I have a very big norm of reciprocity. And if you're one of the junior attorneys working for Michael Kwamina, you're Googling norm of reciprocity to see if that is something Andrew Gabriel need to have one of two. My norm of reciprocity is very big. It makes me hate injustice. And that's why I need to highlight, shine a spotlight, and frighten all them cockroach away. Sunati Maharaj, where you, girl? Where you? Things going on.
Voting them in.
Things going
And
on.
only just
Miss me with that bullshit.
they give you big words and enslave your souls, promising you roads and giving potholes. If they are the reason why the economy won't sprout, when you're voting, vote them out. Vote them out. If it is the passing laws that them alone can flout,
Hear that?
when you're voting, vote them
If
out.
they're passing laws that only your children can go and use high-powered weapons in Komuto, not the rest of Trinidad. Could you imagine if that was Lavantil people? Latent.
Register and
Vote them out, man.
totally
Vote them with scorn.
rescue the country. Put them out with tempo. They have been paid.
Wake them up, Trinidad.
Country together again. Put them out with calypso and joyous refrain. Let's put our country together again.
All right, I'm negotiating with Wayne Sturge. He said he need 20 minutes. I tell him 10. He said 15. So I'm telling him deal. Mark that time from now. I want to call Wayne Sturge. I want the report from him today. Today was the vote of no confidence in Ivor Archie, and I want to know what took place. Time to put this country back together. All this bullshit after done. 1.3 million of y'all. Wake up, you know.
Policy is a fallacy. Bureaucracy, a catastrophe.
If their policy is a fallacy, listen, we have an exam every year that takes all of our 11-year, 10-year, 11-year-old children and put them under ridiculous pressure to separate fish from fowl, sheep from goat, dog from cat. We separated. And we're trying to understand how we have a situation where at the end of that exam, all the brightest children go in 5 schools and the rest catch your ass. That is your KFC and Burger King cashiers there. That is your security guard to say, park here, sir, back it up, back it up. That is that. That is that. That's the education system in Trinidad and Tobago. 5 schools, get all the bright children, get all the funding, get all the programs, the plans, and the policies. The rest of them, take jam. If you're not a teacher that have good contacts, you're getting sent in them schools too. Because now it's pressure for you. And that is Trinidad and Tobago. That is your policy. The man who is in charge of the Ministry of Education right now is not only a principal, he was also the head of tutor. You see the jackassery that's passed for policy in this country, and now they're taking that and voting. And
If they cannot vote, and you see it so, then your only hope is for them to vote.
send them out.
If it is fabrication, these statements that they spout.
Fabrication is the statements that they spout. Tonight I wanted to ask, they have so many things we have to touch on. The name of this thing is, why are there guns in the dog food? Somebody asked me why I spelled there Their, because I want to know who owned the guns. My partner, caller from Aruka, I'm talking to you. Caller from Aruka, I want you to call me tonight. I know you're one of my most loyal viewers. Caller from Aruka sent me a text last night and he said, Philip, handgun is for robbing grocery. Handgun is for thieving car. Them weapons you see there that they bring in, them AK-47 and AR-15, that's for war. Who is Trinidad going to war with? Where we are? Where we going? Are they asking them questions? A couple years ago, Samson Anton didn't know that the camera was running just before the news starts, and they recorded him because it came across. I'll never forget. He asked him, why are there guns in the news feed? I asked him, why are there guns in the dog food? Because they hold dog food in this country. And tonight, well, I'm trying to get Wayne Sturge, but I have a friend, Ray Williams, who lives in the UK, whose wife is very involved in international shipping, transnational shipping. And I wanted somebody, not a Trinidadian, and Ray is supposed to message me if they could take the call, but in the UK, so it's like 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning there. But if he can't take the call, Ray is going to message me. And what I'm going to talk to her about is it possible to get cases of juice onto a shipping container with no owner? Worse, is it possible for it to get there consigned to nobody in particular? And I want somebody to answer that, because Faris Arawi told this nation that that is possible, and he's the Attorney General. And if it's not possible, if it is impossible to ship something to Canada or Norfolk, Virginia from a fake company, then Faris lied. And if it is not possible to ship $600 million worth of cocaine in juice cans to Norfolk, Virginia or Canada, with no consignee, nobody name on the manifest as the receiver, then Faris Al-Rawi lied. And if your Attorney General stood up in the Parliament and lied, why isn't the opposition taking him before the Privileges Committee? Only watching what's going on in this country, only paying attention to what's going on, because it's waking up time, you know.
If it is that frustration that's make you want to shout, when you're voting,
so much things to do. Anybody see Sunati? Knock on Ansel Roger door, see if she there, because I ain't seen Ansel either. Tomorrow call out Ansel. Where Ansel Roger? We will look for him tomorrow. We're looking for Sunati tonight.
Put them out in Scarborough and in Port of
Put them out in Scarborough. The people of Tobago, I want to give you all of my love, and I want you to, if you're not a PNM, stick your finger in your ears, because to the rest of the Red and Ready crew in Tobago, only shame, boy. Only shame what that nasty party doing all there. Your family. That's your family. That's your mother and your father and your daughter and your son. That's your cousin and your sister and your brother. That's your children and your grandparents. That's your friends. That's people that you love. That's your loved ones. Climbing up on boat and climbing back off boat and getting treated like dog. How you feeling, Tobago? Tobago, how you feeling? How you feeling? That your car, you come across the Trinidad to take the family out into Maracas, and when you reach back into Tobago, you have to wash a layer of salt that just age your car extra 5 years in a trip. How you feel? How you feel? The Tobago people want to organize a meeting. They say, but we had to plan that long in advance just to make sure we can get all your here, because we don't know. You never know. You never know if you could get, if you go on the port tonight. Truck people, business owners, truck drivers telling me the frustration, 24, 48, 72 hours trying to put a truck on a boat. You have truck drivers and loaders sleeping on top of the goods in the back of the truck, waiting, sun and rain wetting their ass, and they can't get on the boat. Poor fellas.
Let's put our country together again. Put them out in Comodo and in
Ronald George, you can't say that. Have a peepee now. If they get an option, a real option, and they still vote PNM, then leave them there. We do something as an activist organization. We intervene in cases of abuse. We go and remove. We help relocate women from cases of abuse where men beating them and things. But when you reach there with the police, the woman fighting the police, The woman fighting the police to stay with the man who beaten her. She mouth bleeding, she eyes swell up, you know which bump on her face is her nose, and she want to stay with that man. You have to leave her. If Tobago want to stay red and ready and taking jam,
shelter and clothes, free movement and speech, a garden that grows, and one love for each. If it is that injustice is what they always show, when you're voting, vote them out.
Injustice to the people in those prisoner vans today, to the people in the amalgamated security vans today, and why those are not nationally owned prison association truck is another conversation we had to have, because that contract is a waste of money. But to the prisoners today who was beating up themselves inside of there, we Trinidadians treating our people so bad, because people who have cases 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years in front of that magistrate, case have to go and start over. Only I feel like we wicked, boy.
If it is that avarice is all they seem to know,
beat me, I love you, Rudy.
If it is their politics, it's just a puppy show. When elections day come, all bandits must go.
All bandits must go.
Register and if they don't see, stain your finger and show them no mercy.
No mercy.
Put them out with total scorn and utter disdain.
Are you ready?
Let's put our country
Talk time after done. We've had this conversation. I told people today, Trinidadians never realized this. Trinidadians didn't realize this. Let me read something I wrote today because I get vexed. You know why I get vexed? I get vexed because Fitzgerald Hines a nasty fella. Nasty fella. And that's why they send him up in Mova. They send Fitzy up in Mova to give them people jam. You want to vote red? And you're red and ready? Look where you vote for. Hear this man now. I mean, I get vexed, and I'm going to play it for you. But I said this today. New York City has 8 times the population of this country, but has none of these problems. What problems are talking about? Let me let you hear this man. Let me let you hear a little piece of this man. He was on the Hema Ramkissoon show this morning. Was it this morning? Who knows?
Has not been able to achieve that as yet. I am making an
Give me a little piece.
of water in light of the fact that you can't fill all the lines and all the hope. I am part of it. I am Laventil, and Laventil is me. So
Listen,
I
hear him?
So the fact that you've claimed, Minister, and the fact that you've represented that constituency in particular for 12 years.
For 12 years.
Hear him? Tell me.
1995 and 2007.
The residents say that they've met with their MP, but did you have conversations with the MP because water was one of the issues cited?
Yes.
Here, Fitzy.
It is an issue across Trinidad and Tobago. Unfortunately, after near 55 years as
Here,
a
Fitzy.
state, we are not in a position where every citizen in every household and every business could receive a water supply 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Here, Jack Assery. Oh my God. Here, Jack Assery. Listen. Fitzgerald Hines, fire yourself. You son of a bitch, fire yourself. Those who have the children watching this video, not tonight, Josephine. Fitzgerald Hines, fire yourself. How could you sit on Hema Ramkissoon show? I pause it. I want to hear what Hema asked him after that statement because I put in media and journalists on trial today. You see, they fire, what's his boy name? Who just write the Muslim thing? What's his name? Somebody write it quick. They fire him. And so they fire him and they tell him, it's because they have no money. They come in right out and tell you, nobody buying newspaper anymore, nobody watching them, nobody taking them on anymore. So after I deal with what he said, I want to hear what Hema asked him after. But this man just watched into the camera and tell Trinidad and Tobago, after 55 years as an independent nation, we spent $60 billion in the last 10 years, We spend more per capita as a budget in this country than the United freaking States of America, and they put men on the moon. They own the Hubble telescope. They fight war in 19 fronts. We have a 2x4 chirrup army. How could that be that this man, your Minister of Public Utilities, could say to Trinidad and Tobago, 55 years later, it is still not possible to give people water 24/7? How is that acceptable? Why are the people of this country so foolish as to accept this bullshit?
It is not yet the case, fortunately or unfortunately. That is not the case. And it remains an aspiration. And now, for the last 6 months, I've been the Minister of Public Utilities. What we did recently is to cause WASA to revise its scheduling, because you have to schedule the distribution of water in.
Listen to the jackassery. This is 2017. At a time, do you know that there are fully automated desalination plants that you could use with solar power and wind energy, set it up and never touch it again? That will just continuously round the clock 24/7 desalinate water, so all the coastal constituencies could take their water straight out of the sea. Yes, and they could do it in such volumes as the constituencies cheek and jowl with them, they can get some water too. So we don't have to have this problem, but we keep voting jackasses into power. Listen to this jackass, Fitzgerald Hines.
The fact that you can't fill all the lines and all the homes 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, as some societies do. I lived in England for 7 years and I turned on my tap every day, never expecting not to get water.
The man, he admits it. We have had a PNM government for the largest part of 55 years. The UNC do their shit too. Get them the stick because they didn't deliver. But the PNM cannot win in Okom. Oh gosh, man. They really have a God in heaven and lightning didn't strike this man. The PNM, we've been independent for 55 years. We've spent billions, trillions of dollars. How is it not possible for us 55 years later, having spent all of these billions of dollars, $60 billion in the last 10 years, how is it not possible that us, like England, could turn on a tap and expect water?
And never did not get water, always got it. And they recycle from the Thames. Recently I had the opportunity to do a bit of a flyover parts of the Thames, and I saw their major water reservoirs. So I know that it is possible.
Not only is it possible, jackass, but we have not built not one single water retention device, not one, since the Queen has left. We did the Salcott Bacchanal and hundreds of billions of dollars of theft and all that Bacchanal that went on in the desalination plant to send water into Point Lisas. But we've not built a single reservoir, and I will deal with that after. I'm just waiting to hear what Hema asked him after this little spiel.
I've seen other countries like Israel, for an example, master the catchment, the purification, distribution of water, create new cities by sending water in certain parts of what is 67% deserted lands.
Jesus Christ, I should stop. This man will raise my pressure. He is talking about nations that are as old or younger than Trinidad and Tobago that have learned to master taking water into the deserts.
I think you have to let you know that I've seen with these eyes and I've read and I'm aware of what is possible. But unfortunately, Trinidad and Tobago, as I have discovered,
an island in the middle of the Caribbean Sea, completely surrounded by water. Plus, we get torrents of rain 8 months out of the year. Unfortunately, tell us, Fitzy.
For the last 6 months, in the 55-year block of our independence, has not been able to achieve that as yet.
If I was Hema, I'd tell him, you're a jackass, get up and leave. There's no more interview here. You're a jackass. You've just come here to tell this nation that we've elected jackasses to office for 55 years. You just told this nation that people who live in the desert could get water 24/7. You say you see it with your own eyes, and you know. You said it. You're a jackass. Fire yourself.
Making an advance to this, I'm trying to see to the extent to which I can achieve.
Now, I know we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to find out more about what took place at that meeting. Has he
Hema took a break. Come on, Hema, you let down the whole journalist fraternity. I got to turn this off now because the man, he was supposed to be put on the spot. This is what I said today. This is after listening to that, because New York City has 8 times the population of this country, but has none of the problems we have. We have 10 times the amount of government per capita as they do. They have 1 mayor and departments to manage. Here we have a central government, a local government, a parliament, a cabinet, and a public service, which obviously is still not enough to distribute something as simple as water, which falls from the sky as if by magic 8 months out of the year and rolls down the hills into the plains. Listen to this jackass try to explain away 55 years of government after government's failure to understand that all they had to do was capture this water in some sort of a device. Some suggest a reservoir, others suggest a dam, even deep water ponds and tanks. Yet, here we are, 55 years later after independence, and all these jackasses can do is build concrete drains to take the bounty of rainwater when it magically falls, take it from the hills and dump it into the sea. Not one new retention apparatus has been built since the Queen left these shores. Every single reservoir we have built under the British, but we're independent. We run things, yes. Jackasses, each and every one. Keep voting them. Vote red, then yellow, then red again. And cross your fingers and your toes and keep hoping that at some point one of these 2 groups might get infected with a thinking gene or an idea virus and come up with a solution to the bullshit that they have delivered to us for over 55 years, disguised and packaged and served to you as governance. Listen to this jackass as it is his turn to baffle you with bullshit, to tell you that politics is to blame, not a failure of government. You know what's the headline? Hines says he has evidence more of our protests were UNC motivated. When I stop it just now, I could go back, but you could play it for yourself. I'm sick of hearing it. Hines said he told the people of Morva, lights and roads and running water are important, but they do not make you. I'll come back to that. Listen to this jackass as it is his turn to baffle you with bullshit. Tell you that politics is to blame, not a failure of government after government to treat the voters with respect or to decentralize the delivery of water and fund and empower the people to look after their own affairs. Not here, certainly not in the Royal Imperial Majestic Banana Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, not at all. But this is a land where monkey know a street to climb and dog better than you if you come from poor people area. Why he didn't go and try and peddle that bullshit about street lights, paved roads and water not making you a person to the residents of Goodwood Park and see how long he would have had that job, how long before he was back on the streets chasing ambulances looking for a case. But Morva, Beetham, Laventille and Sealot is a sin, a blight, nowhere he ends. The government could tell you government job is not to provide government service and you have to hush and take it because you have never learned how to properly use your vote or flex your economic might. If you've seen, and I put the link, if you need to hear this well orchestrated, clearly articulated bullshit yourself, click here. If you've seen the same distracting ass and donkey game before, say to the screen, to the image, Fitzgerald Hines, miss me with that bullshit. And for your lame excuses, distractions and foolishness, fire yourself. Yes? Tell me.
Never look if I was a selfish man, I wouldn't be involved in this election. I don't know already, I won't fail.
I can't believe after that piece of nonsense, him didn't say but Fitzy. 35 years.
That you pay close attention.
$1 trillion.
Face from dawn to dawn. You're intelligent, I think, and you should face it.
Wall stage.
Behaving like a moron, cussing me for way I born, but you fight the hello water. You pay too much for butter.
That is 1980. 1980. That's 1980. Take your steel beam and go was ONR. That was 1980. Do the arithmetic while I try and find stage number here. How much years that is? 1980. Take your steel beam and go. Let me see if Wayne stage are wrong. We want to update. I tell Wayne, I ain't taking it from no colleague. I'm taking it from you. But he between the court and the Senate, he tell me. Hines, fire yourself, indeed. Again, 100 million message on WhatsApp. I can't read and do this, so I'm just telling you all that. Stage your answer, but you will see the missed call. I feel you text me.
Take your steel beam and go. The terrible school system is such a bloody problem.
Your pipe and no water, terrible school system. We just talked about that. 1980, 10 years 90, 10 years 2000, 2010, 37 years, man. 37 years. 10 of those years we spent 60 billion. I don't know how much we spent for the 27 before. Let's say for the 27 before we spend the next 60 billion. That's $1 trillion. How come we don't have water? How come we can't get a school system to work? It's simple arithmetic. We have some of the best teachers in the world. We have some of the best people in the world. How come we can't get basic simple things to work? How come everything in this country is a banditry? How come everything in this country is a mismanagement? How come?
Take your steel beam and go.
I think it's the voters to blame, because we red and ready and we yellow and we steady and we ain't know how to say fix the effing water, fix the effing school. We ain't know how to say them things, so maybe that's why.
Agriculture's in a state, planning is inadequate.
Agriculture in a state, we talked about that last night. Planning inadequate, well.
Take your steel beam and go. The northern and southern idol, the two kingpins of bubble.
The southern and northern idol, the two kingpins of bubble, the mighty sparrow. What I tell you?
We like it so.
After me.
This is Caribbean.
We like it so.
After me. The Freeman.
To this, I'm trying to see to the extent to which I can achieve
Now, I know
some of this.
we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to find out more about what took place at
There are
Very
genuine,
serious.
there are, yes, of course. There are, and I know what I'm saying. There are genuine concerns on the part of the people. They want, like everybody else, everywhere else in the country, smooth and perfect roads. They want their schools functioning well.
Smooth and perfect roads. You hear the jackass say it with contempt in his mouth because they're stupid and they poor and they're black. So take jam. You want smooth and perfect road? 55 years, $1 trillion later, haul your ass. Listen.
They want a 24-hour water supply. I was telling you just now.
You missed something.
It was UNC activists who stimulated this because there are genuine,
serious.
there are, yes, of course.
I want you to hear the litany of things. I won't interrupt him.
Genuine concerns on the part of the people. They want, like everybody else, everywhere else.
Like everybody else.
Smooth and perfect roads.
Like Goodwood Park.
They want their schools functioning.
They want their schools functioning.
They want a 24
water supply.
Water supply. I was telling you just now that what WASA did was to rework its
Because I want to ask him, what in the name of all of the gods old and new does he think government work is?
Faithfully to their scheduled supply of water.
You know, when I asked Mr. Big about the political interference and the accusation that they've been used by the UNC, he said that that's not so.
So that there are some genuine concerns in all communities.
Genuine.
Including the community of...
Fitzy don't make you feel to hug him up. They're genuine. 55 years of poverty, no roads, no water, your school is shit. But we...
But I took note of what... When you interviewed Mr. Big, I had the opportunity to look at and listen to both of you on the television.
Fitzy.
And one of the main things that Mr. Big was saying is that they want a better way of life. You know, I had said to Love Until for years,
Listen.
smooth roads, a community center, schools, lights, water are very essential ingredients in any community life which you deserve. However, these do not your life make.
Now you see right there I will stop. Because I was talking to a man once, he told me he's give ministers, he's judged them by keys. He's judged them by keys. I say, what you think of Stephen Cadiz? Or what you think of Vassan Bharat? And he get him a key. You know, he say like, and I think that from the bottom come up is you get less keys, you're better. You get more keys, you're worse. So when you ask him, what you think about Rudal Munilal? 2 key. What you think about Keith Rowley? 3 key. Ask him what you think about the Fitzgerald Hines. He say, man, 4 key, yes? So, going forward from here, this is what you have as your Minister of Public Utilities. That is his job, to go into Morva and tell those people in Morva, while you may want a smooth road, while you may want a community center, while you may want education that works and 24/7 water, and it's highly understandable, it doesn't make you. Fitz, I will pick you up and drive you. I will pay you for the time. I will buy the time on Hema Show if you have the balls to go and tell that to Goodwood Park. Go and tell Goodwood Park that. Go and tell Westmoreland that. Go and tell Valsay. Go and tell Valsay that. Go. I will pay you. I will pay your time. I will pay all the costs involved. Go and tell those people where you tell them over. You tell them over. All them thing nice. Fitzgerald Hines, what do you think government is for? Let me tell you. Roads, education, community center, 24/7 water. These are the things, Fitzy, that you and your comrades in that full clunker called the Red and Ready PNM have a job for. This is why you get paid every freaking month, jackass. And if you don't know that, if deep down in where your heart is supposed to be, you do not know that, Fitzy, fire yourself. Fire yourself.
Georgie Borgie tell me the other night. So instead of displaying impatience, cool yourself and give the fella a chance. How the hell you could say when I go do better? We go send you back Grenada in a drum. We and Georgie going to put it
You know the PNM tells Sparrow? The PNM that had loved Sparrow because Sparrow is the Calypso king of the world. But when he sing for the ONR, they said, we will send you back Grenada in a drum. You think all you know that this?
Hospitals have no limit. This brown paper they use it.
Wait, we didn't talk about that last night? 37 years later, it's still going on. Trillions of dollars in budgets later, it's still going on. Nah, man, are you kidding me?
Take a still be my call. Public transportation is an abomination.
Still, 37 years. And Stuart Christopher Rowley Young wrote a letter last night or last week and said, once they do the work, pay them. I go in PTSC tomorrow and I go in and put on a contract and bill them. And they better pay me because I go in by Stuart.
Take your still be my call. Well, food, clothes and rent is proof. Cost of living gone through the roof. Take your still be my call. Classified information for personal gain is common.
You mean when the intelligence agencies monitoring the parliament and giving information to opposition forces in this country? Nah, man, you kidding me?
We like it so.
You kidding me?
We like it so.
37 years? Nah, man, are you joking? It can't be. It can't be. 37 years. We can't have the same problem. No water, no food, no education. Brown paper for people in the hospital to lie down on. 6.2 billion. A man tell me today, a doctor, jump out himself and tag me. You see, he was in a conversation and he could have talked bullshit by himself and he tagged me. He say, I am a wannabe politician, crop dusting doctor's name. I say, friend, you tell me tonight, focus on the medical fraternity, and I promise you, I will take my eye off of everything else and I will deal with you. And I will deal with that entire medical fraternity. Doctor and dentists who drugging patients and raping them. You think I don't know what's going on? Do you think I don't know how to help police find the CT scanner that's missing? You think I don't know which doctors involved in taking drugs from the public hospitals to the private hospitals? You think I don't know? You really want that spotlight, friend? He ain't answered me yet. This is not about crop dusting. This is about raising issues in the public space. We are spending $6.25 billion a year. Last time we did an exercise to show $2 billion can run 41 public healthcare facilities 24/7 with accident and emergency, dedicated ambulance and minor surgery suite. We didn't need to spend $6.25 billion, so we asking questions. And if you are a doctor, a medical practitioner, a man who stepped into a career and a profession on an oath, if you're seeing this bullshit taking place and you not speaking up, partner, the Bible says the enabler, the upholder is worse than the thief. If your job and your position means you must shut your mouth and let them rape people, then you don't come at me, partner. Don't come at me. Yeah?
Sparrow boy, you need psychiatry care. To be the bourgeois people motorcade. He afraid to tell you straight to your face.
Try it again.
You back in a jackass in a horse race. Georgie say, all you ain't getting one dance. When I come out to mama guy.
It is your best message to remind me to call Stage.
All you going to feel it.
Stage, answer the phone. You know. Today I waited on you.
That's political.
Today was a vote of no confidence in the Chief Justice. We don't know what's going on. Come, Stage. You see, Wayne.
I need 2 more minutes.
2 more minutes. Okay, right. Man, answer we from the Senate. That's how I like Sturgeon. Sturgeon is a fella. They don't have him on no leash. Watch that man. Watch Wayne Sturge. And I know some of you always think you're going to judge lawyers by who they represent. But they have a saying. Everybody deserves the day in court. Yeah? Even high-class PNM financer investor bandits get good lawyers. So while we waited, he said give him 2 minutes. The issue at hand is the vote of no confidence in his lordship. The shit that we is put up with in this country. shut down the whole capital city, and walk from the cathedral to the Hall of Justice in gongs, they don't wear wigs anymore, and cause traffic and commotion to hear the Chief Justice come and say the same two things every year. All of this, pomp and circumstance. We put out the Queen to play Queen. That's what we do. We didn't want independence. We wanted the royals. We wanted the colonists. We wanted their role. We wanted to play them. That's where Carnival come from, you know. So we play in Carnival 365 days a year. 365 days a year. Yeah? All of y'all who sending me messages, I can't answer both, and I'm sorry. Last night I had saved this thing I found. Eric Williams. Eric again. Kevin Baldio saying, I'm not weeping no tears for you. Guardian and Express pay $12. Come out now in the real world. Find a following on social media. We will see who's real journalists. All you come out. Them thing had to done. Had to done. Yeah? Listen to Eric now.
At all levels you have lack of training, inefficiency in management. The requirements are the same even though the jobs might be different. And above all, the mentality with which the different groups approach the question is the same. You can't have dedication in one field and then something else. If we could only get, as I said repeatedly, the sort of attitude that the population as a whole has to the entire Carnival celebrations, if we could have that throughout the year, Trinidad would be and Tobago would be the richest country in the world.
Eric Williams said, if we could put that carnival attitude and that carnival spirit into everything else we do, this country will be the richest country in the world. And he lied. How long ago he said that? How long ago he said that? Doctors, teachers, lawyers, engineers, accountants, these are professionals. These are people whose job require an oath or an understanding of its role in society. And they are supposed to be the upholders of the highest of principles. Integrity, ethics. We get to Mr. Sturge. We have Mr. Sturge. We're in your live one time, eh? We're in your live one time. You hearing me?
No, Philip, it's Gerald Amdine.
Gerald, where we in?
Nah, you right here.
And keep giving us the update?
Sorry?
We were waiting on Wayne to give us the update.
I will give you the update.
Give us the update. What took place today?
There were 5 resolutions that were debated today by the Law Association. The first resolution was worded that the Law Association of Trinidad and Tobago do express its loss of confidence in the Honorable Chief Justice Ivor Archie as Chief Justice of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. 285 people voted for, 150 voted against. On the second motion...
Wait,
that the law
stop. So the no confidence carried?
2-1.
You're going to go on. I want to let you talk. But does that mean you are now free and clear to move to impeachment?
Well, I don't know about... We don't have the power to impeach. We had the power to express a loss of confidence in the Chief Justice.
So, okay, you continue.
The second motion, the second resolution was for the Law Association to express its loss of confidence in the Honorable Chief Justice Ivor Archie as Chairman of the Judicial and Legal Service Commission. 312 people voted for, 122 voted against.
Wow.
On the third motion, that the Law Association do express its loss of confidence in Roger Hamill-Smith, Ms. Marchak, and Justice Humphrey Stolmaier as members of the Judicial and Legal Service Commission. 300 people voted for, 130 voted against.
Wow.
Most importantly, that the Law Association of Trinidad and Tobago do call upon Chief Justice Ivor Archie to resign forthwith as Chief Justice of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. 263 people voted for, 165 voted against.
Wow.
And that the Law Association of Trinidad and Tobago do call upon Justice Roger Hamill-Smith, Ms. Marcha, and Justice Humphrey Stolmaier to resign as members of the JLSC. 293 people voted for, and 135 voted against.
Wow. This is unprecedented.
This was the largest the largest meeting of lawyers ever in the history of this country. On a normal election for the Law Association, you normally have approximately 200 votes being cast. Today, 1,446 votes were cast for the motions and 700 was cast against.
Gerald, what happens now?
Well,
integrity demands.
As I have said all along, today is a sad day for the administration of justice, but it is a day where democracy, transparency, and openness has succeeded. The Law Association has spoken out against what is going on in the judiciary.
I want to disagree with you. I don't think it's a sad day. I think it is a brilliant day. It's a demonstration of the power of people to stand up against wrongdoing. And I applaud every single member who turned up and all of those who voted. And I want to tell you something. You single-handedly brought all of this into the public space and you brought us to this point. I am asking you, guide us. Where do you think here now? If he doesn't have, because convention requires that he steps down, integrity requires that he demands that he steps down. If he doesn't, what happens?
Well, I want to say this to you, Philip. I want to say power is exercised in two ways. It is exercised by legal authority and it is exercised by moral authority. And today, the Chief Justice has lost the moral authority. He may still have the legal authority, but he has lost the moral authority to be the head of the judiciary and the chairman of the Judicial and Legal Service Commission. You wouldn't know what it was like, Philip, when I started this journey on the 7th of April in our press conference at the Hyatt, saying that we want transparency, we want openness, we want democracy in the judiciary.
I applaud you, Trinidad.
And nobody, today, a senior lawyer got up, and you know what he said in the meeting? It must be out in the public. He said, it's a politician lawyer started this, and therefore we mustn't support it. It's a politician lawyer started it. And we are here because we must speak out on behalf of the country. Not one of them were brave enough and courageous enough to put their profession on the line to ask for transparency and openness. And today, after 2 months, the Law Association and the legal profession has spoken in a vote 2-1, Philip, against the Chief Justice. 2-1.
Gerard, the entire nation and possibly the Commonwealth, because this is unprecedented, owes you a debt of gratitude. People don't understand yet what you've done, but you've started the ball rolling in this country for people power. You've done this.
Did you realize today that Transparency International finally spoke out on it, the local chapter? Wow. They finally spoke out and said we must have openness and democracy in the judiciary.
Send me the link on that. I want to share that with you.
How can you continue in office when the membership of the laws of the legal profession has lost confidence in you 2-1, Philip?
Not possible. Iva Archie must go. Iva Archie must go. Iva Archie must go. So the Law Association has done their part. The people of Trinidad and Tobago now have to do their part as well.
And what I want to say openly tonight, that the desperate attempt that was made yesterday at the 11th hour to try and provide answers to questions that were being asked more than 2 months ago, it did not work. It did not work because you know why? Because people have seen through what has happened here. People are not going to accept what is going on in judiciary because they realize they deserve better.
Absolutely.
They are entitled to better.
Absolutely. Gerard, I'm proud of you, my brother, and on behalf of Trinidad and Tobago, I give you a round of applause. You've done something here that the country, it will dawn on them eventually, the size of the mountain that you've just leveled. Well done, brother, well done.
Thank you, Philip. We'll talk.
We'll talk again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Revelation.
He promised the fire next time. And who will make the bad move brainwash education.
Filling their head with brainwash education, making mockeries of all levels of society. We have a crisis of leadership, and today the Law Association had to step up and answer the call and do the right thing. And every lawyer who voted against the Chief Justice today stood up for truth, justice, and right-thinking people everywhere. And I applaud each and every one of you for your vote. I applaud each and every one. Tomorrow we need to see mass resignations. The entire JLSC, the Chief Justice, you must hand in your resignation now, and you must do so because the people say so. You cannot lead a judiciary where two-thirds of the people who practiced before you have lost confidence in you. You must resign.
They reach for because the children coming to take back the power, the word in the conscious styling. Ready for a brand new morning. The power, the word in the rap so styling. Rocking the roots of the vampire system. Talk it all, your puppet agenda. Talk it all, your bloody deceiver. Talk it all, your servant master. Talk it all, your friggin' oppressor.
The bell, there is a clock. We've put a clock on it. It is ticking. Tick tock, tick tock. All of the mocking pretenders, all of them at every level of society must be dethroned. They must be exposed. They must be fired from public office. They must be investigated. They must be prosecuted and brought to justice. All wrongdoers, all evildoers, all of the people that brought us to here. We must amass a team of citizens capable of running this country, capable of putting us on a correct road to a proper future. But we must also include among our ranks people who are capable of righting these unforgivable wrongs. We have had high-class, high-collared, white-collared, shirt and tie bandits maraud and rape and misuse and abuse this country, send political puppets and jackasses like Fitzgerald Hines to tell the people that government work is not government work, and you're supposed to take that because you have no choice. It is time for the people of Trinidad and Tobago to put on their red, white and black drawers and stand up for this country. It is not enough to talk. It is not enough to bad talk each other. It is time now to join hands, one people under one flag. We have a journey. That journey's destination is a proper functioning nation where every creed and race, every person are entitled to the same equity, equality and justice. And we must do that together. We must do that together. This Saturday at noon, we have a meeting, 19 Stanmore Avenue. Come to the meeting. If you're a member, if you want to join, if you're a new member or old member, come. If you're ex-PNM or you're no longer in UNC or you're not happy with COP and you want somewhere to call your political home, come. The space not big, but we will chuck up, we will stand up, we will talk. We will get to a point where we have a party, a functioning organization, a vehicle to give the people that change. Come this Saturday at noon, 19 Stanmore Avenue. If you are not in Trinidad and you want to send your information now to join the party, peptrinbago@gmail.com. Felicia and Giselle and the team will deal with you. We will make sure that everybody gets their opportunity to represent their country. Let's get to a place where we'll be proud of, to hand our children. Yeah? I'm taking calls. 1 minute. I said that before me. Hello, good evening. As I say, the call ring. Before ring. 682-2110. I take it. Please keep it a minute. Say where you're calling from. Talk your talk and yeah. 682-2110. Take a couple calls.
Everybody talking, nobody listening. Oh my God, what really happening? What is the matter? This is this chatter going right down to the heart of the matter. Everybody talking, nobody listening. Everybody talking, nobody listening. Nobody listening.
Hello, good evening. You are live.
Hello.
Good evening. You're live.
How you going? So when you do rallies,
We don't have a rally yet, but we have a meeting. We're building out today. Come and join the party and help build those things and make those things a reality.
I was really interested, but I don't understand. Like, I find you have some UNC ties, boy.
I have some UNC ties.
I hear men like Gerald Ramdeen and thing. The men and them shaky.
Partner, your house was on fire, and a man out the fire, and you want to talk to him about his party card.
But that man.
We opened the
Dead
UNC.
man for 2 years.
Listen, prosecute him. Tell him I say. Don't just talk. Prosecute him.
I'm not thinking,
No, I agree with you. I'm telling you, anybody who have things.
I find that is a kind of
PNM, UNC.
I don't want to see it go down that road again.
No, but it don't matter to me where you're coming from. You know what? PEP is a different vision. We stand very firm.
Smart man, boy.
Oh gosh, partner, this way we use your call. Alright, this way we use your call for. Hello, good evening, you're live. Hello, good evening, you're live. Hello, good evening, you're live. You hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, you're live.
Hi. It's great to be on tonight. I'd like to first of all thank you for the work that you're doing on behalf of the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. I recently returned from the UK, especially to assist in whatever way that I can. And it's refreshing to have you started a party. What I'd like to find out also is that how can we, some people in the South, assist you in any way?
That's a very good question. And are you listening off air or you need me to answer you on the phone?
I'm off air at the moment. I'm not listening to you.
Okay, if you could send us all your contact information to peptrinbago@gmail.com, I will ensure that I will personally answer it and tell you where we're going from here, where South is concerned, okay? We have something in the works in San Fernando and Tobago, and I'll tell you if you send me that information, yeah? Thanks a lot. Thanks for calling.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hello, good evening, you're live.
Hi, Alexander, how are you?
So far, so good.
I'm good. I'm calling from Michigan. I have been trying to get through to you for the longest while. I wanted to touch base on the first part of the program when you were saying that there was huge guns, semi-automatics coming in through containers. I work for UPS and I am a supervisor, and I wanted to let you know, you cannot ship without a ship to and a ship from address. You cannot ship without a consignee or a consigner.
This is what I do. This is what I know. But apparently they have different rules for different people. I don't know. But thank you very much for sharing that. You're from Michigan?
Michigan. I'm a Trinidadian. First and foremost, I'm a Trinidadian.
You can't hide that Trini accent. You can't hide that Trini accent. We know you're a Trini. But what time is it there?
It is 5 to 9.
Oh, well, right. So similar to here. Okay.
And I'm at work. I'm at work right now. So when I heard that, I'm like, BS. You can't ship it all that stuff. First off, my employees would come to me and say, what is going on here? This has no information. We pull that package aside and we get in contact with security. They have to open it because that cannot move. It cannot move through the system.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that clarity. Thank you very much for that. Thanks for calling.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
You're welcome.
Good night. You're live.
Yes, hello, good night, sir.
How are you?
I'm okay.
What constituency? What constituency you calling from?
Huh?
What constituency you calling from? If you're calling on your last 50 cents on your phone credit, come on, people. Anyway, for the caller from Michigan, thank you very much. And I want international people to speak about it because the local people, we take chain up easy. That you could ship without a consignor and a consignee and all this madness. That's crazy talk. All right, well, you're running out of time. Thanks a lot to Gerald Ramdeen for calling. You're on a hospital bed, your kidney failing, the doctor tell you have 36 hours to live. Mr. Caller who called to Jam Ramdeen, only Ramdeen there to give you a kidney. Is Ramdeen kidney or dead? What are you doing? All the Trinis need to stop being so easily manipulated, wound up and sent off. If the PNM Because, and I jam Kamala for the same thing. All the caller had this and all the caller had that, and caller had still sunning his buns wherever they are. Look at, I see pictures, Lawrence Dupre sent pictures from Monaco, and they were at the F1 races, and I'm thinking, Bernie Madoff and Sanderson committed their crimes in the wrong country. Sanderson and Madoff in jail. If Sanderson and Madoff were in Trinidad when they did what they did, they would be in the Parliament or the Senate. Yes. Or in Monaco. Or sunning their buns with Calder Hard. Listen, it is time to stop bullshit for bullshit's sake. When we get an opportunity at government, justice will be justice. We will ensure, I tell you that now, a PEP government will announce $25,000 reward to police officers for information that leads to the arrest and prosecution of rogue and corrupt junior police officers, and between $50,000 and $100,000 reward paid to police officers for information that leads to the arrest and conviction of rogue and corrupt senior police officers. We will clean it up from the top down. This is a nation that is easy to fix. All you need to do is put people in power who have a desire to fix it. If what you want is a better country, if you want a better country, vote yourself a better country. Yes, PEP@trinbago@gmail.com. Remember, mark your calendar, Saturday at noon, come online. Come online. If you want, bring some donuts, some doubles, whatever. Bring enough to share. I will see you all on Saturday. That's about it for tonight. Thank all of you who were here with me tonight. Stay safe, Trinidad, tomorrow. See you tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Stay safe, Trinidad.